Hello, my name is Edwin Johnson, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Collection Close-Ups. Now, what I'm going to be talking about today is this bowl right here. And this kind of bowl is associated with the royal court of the Obas of the Kingdom of Benin, which can be found in Nigeria. Now, a couple of things to notice about this bowl is that it has two symbols of power on the container. So one of these symbols of power includes the leopard, and what you will find are symbols of leopards all over the place in Edo art. You'll find it on shields, you will find it on armor, you will find it on statuary. You'll find just leopards standing on their own as statues. So this is a very important symbol. Now, the reason why the leopard is used is because the leopard is seen as a ferocious animal. And likewise, what we see is that it reflects on the ferociousness of the power of the Oba, who exercises his power over an entire region, far beyond just the walls and the moats of the city of Benin. Another symbol, though, that's interesting to look at is this fellow right over here, and we can see that he has a beard, kind of similar to mine. And he's got a hat, and also he's holding a firearm, and he himself is also representing a symbol of power. Now, these two symbols of power reflect upon the power of the king. But what about okay, we can understand that the leopard is a dangerous animal and we really shouldn't have them as household pets. But on the flip side, what about this individual? Well, what this individual is supposed to represent is a Portuguese fellow. Now, the Portuguese have been in West Africa exploring and trading since the late 15th century. And so what we have here is a representation of these traders and sailors and soldiers that would have been in touch with the Kingdom of Benin and the Edo who live within it. And now we can see that this fellow is particularly powerful because he's carrying a firearm. And what would become very apparent to the kings, or the Obas as they're called, in the Kingdom of Benin is that firearms are powerful and can be used as effective weapons during times of expansion for the Kingdom of Benin. So now, what we find out from historical sources is that actually very few firearms would be used by members of the Oba's army. It would be restricted to commanders and high-ranking officials. But what we'd also see is that these commanders and high-ranking officials with their armies would be assisted by Portuguese soldiers on these raiding parties. And so what we have here is that this figure represents the Oba's ability to wield power. And so this with this symbol, this basically reflects upon the Oba's power. just as the leopard does. So as the leopard is a dangerous animal in the forest around the Kingdom of Benin, what we have here is the Portuguese fellow who represents someone who is dangerous, but also works on the side of the Kingdom of Benin in its expansionist exercises. So when we're looking at this bowl, we're looking overall at a symbol of power, the symbol of power of the king, the symbol of power that the king wields as a military commander and as somebody who has a tremendous amount of power within his kingdom. Now, not only is this a display of power within the kingdom, it also shows that he being the Oba, or the king, has power and influence that goes far beyond his shores. So these Portuguese, after all, come from overseas. They come aboard these ships, and these ships arrive on the shores of what's now Nigeria, and were serving as traders and would be associated because of their origins from the sea, their nautical origins. They would be associated with the Orisha or deity Aloka, and so these figures would be associated with things that are foreign, things from the sea, things that can bring with them fortune and power. So when we're looking at this particular item, it is a symbol of fortune and power that goes beyond just military power, but also mercantile power, the power to influence other kingdoms with the use of the power of yet other kingdoms from overseas. And please like us on YouTube and like us on Facebook, and stay with us for future installments of Collection Close-Ups.